So, for today's social media Saturday, I wanted to do a topic that I feel is really important, and I feel like it's could be really hard for people to decide what to do and what not to do on. I do have a degree in public relations. I went to a 4-year college. I got my Bachelor of Arts in it. I have a minor in arts management. I've been in digital marketing for 4 years now, and I still don't believe that I'm the one to tell you yes or no, right for wrong. So what I did do was reach out to some other um, people who own small businesses, who run freelance accounts. Reached out to people I know from every walk of life, from genders, different races, different industries, even playing different roles when it comes to digital marketing. And I asked them all the same questions, just 5 short questions on their opinions and what they think, and really just honestly how they feel. Um, should you post your political beliefs or how you feel about things going on in the world? Should you post those on business accounts, business social media accounts? Should you let your thoughts and feelings be known? I know I was taught that you need to watch what you post on social media. Even in school, my last course was public relations cases, and we did a whole semester on cases, and we had a huge textbook full of things that companies handled, and did they handle them correctly? Did they not handle them correctly? And we discussed like steps they could have taken, what they could have done wrong. So I want to go over and just share with you what these business owners or social media people who run their social media had to say, and share with you some thoughts, because I do feel like this is a huge question that weighs heavily. Not even just right now. I mean, yes, there's a lot going on in the world, and you see people, even celebrities right now, being condemned for not saying anything and being condemned for saying things. So I do want to provide a disclaimer in this video. It will be down in the comments when you're sharing things. I believe it's always important to provide a disclaimer. So the views, thoughts, and beliefs shared in this video are those of the authors. They do not reflect the thoughts, beliefs, or views of any other entity, organization, business, or person other than the person who gave them. If you watch my videos, I hope you can tell that they're never scripted, because I kind of suck at staying on script. But today is important to have it written down and to have it scripted, because I am reading you word for word what these other business owners believe and say. I am not paraphrasing. They gave me their permission, and they gave me their thoughts and beliefs and words, and it is only fair in general as a PR person and as a human to go ahead and relay exactly their words. So they were given, I believe, 5 questions. Every single person was given the same thing. Those who did share did allow me to, they gave me permission to use their names and their businesses. Go follow their handles if you want to. I follow all of them. I believe in all their businesses. I watch everything they do. Some of these are really close friends of mine. All of them I know personally. So let's go ahead and jump in. Our first one is Darielle. She runs REALatable Cooking. She's been running it for about a month. She has an Instagram handle and a Facebook page, and both, and I will be tagging everyone in them. So her first question was, what do you feel is the hardest thing about running a business, your own business? She said the hardest thing is starting up, wondering if what you're selling or want to influence others with will catch an audience or not. I would also have to say that finding relevant content that will keep the audience engaged. Also trying to find a way to differentiate yourself from other small businesses or similar businesses. My apologies. I completely agree. It's really hard to get started. It's really hard to differentiate yourself, especially if you're new and there are people who are established doing what you're doing, or doing the same thing. But if you believe in yourself and you believe in your products, you got to stick to it. You got to do what you got to do. Number 2, Is there any advice you would give other business owners or freelancers who are scared to share their political opinions on social media? She said, I've been in a leadership role for about 6.5 years, and I do feel that you should share your political opinions on your platform because the most successful businesses are those that can adapt to change. In this day and age, we are consumed with influence heavily by social media. And as we use social media to keep up to date and on trend, we are telling our customers we understand that what you guys want. So as a way to connect with our customers on a personal or wide level, we have to make those statements that say, hey, I am here with you and you will find some comfort in my business or product. That is what draws your audience and gives them a sense of understanding and relatability. I completely understand what she's saying. I think no matter what you do, what you sell, whatever your goods are, you have to be relatable to your audience and your customers. You are around and you are successful because you have consumers, and you have to stay true to who you are. You have to stay true to what your business stands for, but you have to relate. You have to show that you're a real person, that you're not just a facade. Like, you have to be able to relate to your consumers. That's just my opinion. And yeah. Her next question, do you feel everyone is entitled to their own opinions and decisions on sharing their thoughts and beliefs on a business profile? She said, absolutely. Once again, we are changing, and with that being said, being judgmental is getting old. We have to look at this time for business owners to speak how they feel. If it makes people uncomfortable, so be it. At least it's getting conversation started. The reason that we're able to be where we are today, so advanced in the business world, is because of speaking our minds and finding that others feel the same way. I understand what she's saying. Right now, I think there's a lot of hard conversations happening, and you make a change by having conversation. I believe that just as a person, I believe that. So, she's saying, yes, go ahead, talk about it. Be the change you want to see is how I'm paraphrasing her. Those are not her words. So I just get what she's saying. Number 4, is there anything you would like added or think I missed? She said, when someone starts a business, it usually stems from something or someone that is personal to them. Remember your roots behind your products, and when posting statements or opinions, remember your roots behind them and make sure you are standing for something that stems from your truth and your heart. I could not agree with this more. Stay true to who you are. Stay true to your roots. Be you. That is why you're a business owner. That is why you're being successful, is because you're true to you, and your customers will see that and your consumers will see that. So I agree with her. Next up, we have Marquis. He has given permission to share his name and all his answers. He runs Marquis Jarrod. He said, it's my first name and my middle name. It's a little pizzazz. Marquis is a funny guy. He does freelance fashion design. So he runs those social media accounts. His Instagram handle will be down below in the comments as well. So his question was, what do you feel is the hardest thing about running your own business? Marquis said, hands down, getting off the ground and finding your footing. With there not being a set formula or building your company, a set formula for building your company, it all boils down to finding your rhythm and what works best for one's own company. I completely agree. There's not a manual to this. Someone could have been in business for 20 years and they still can't tell you every step of the way you need to do to be successful in this. There's not a manual. You just got to figure it out on your own. You got to put the work in. You got to see what works and what doesn't. And that's why I'm here to, share information and bring in others of people's views and perspectives, because it's different for everyone. His next question he answered, is there any advice you would give other business owners and freelancers who are scared to share their political opinions on social media? He said, always be mindful of your audience. Not saying that you shouldn't feel how you feel, but always remember that what you say and what you do does affect those that are impacted by your business. Plus, everything that you project is essentially a representation of your business and furthermore, who you are as a person. I couldn't agree more. I think we should probably quote that last phrase. No matter what you feel, no matter what you post, you are your brand. And as the owner of your business or your freelance, you are the brand of that. You are setting your brand. As I said previously, like, you have to stay true to who you are. And if that means you feel a certain way, and if that means maybe you want to post your political views or you want to stay on top of a trend, do that. Stay true to you. Your customers see the real you and who you are. His next question, do you feel everyone is entitled to their own opinions and do you feel everyone is entitled to your own opinions and decisions on sharing their thoughts and beliefs on business profiles? He said, to an extent, yes and no. Expressing yourself through your business can be beneficial, especially if your audience can relate to you on personal topics or if you relate personally to current events and things that are happening in the world. On the other hand, expressing too much or making things too personal can overshadow the actual business entity. Find a way to create a more personal outlet for you and your personal thoughts and opinions. Find a way to separate business and personal. What Marcus just said in there is what I was taught as a PR major, that you keep business and personal separate. I understand what Marcus is saying. There are people who may not shop your shop or may not buy your goods or may not ask for you to do an event or, whatever it is because of the way that you believe. That's a scary thing, to work in marketing, to work in digital marketing, to work in social media. That's a really scary thing to say, hey, if I share this, are people not going to come support me? Are people not going to support my business? And that right there is why I want to do this video for people. That is why I want to get other people's opinions in on this, because I understand that thought and I understand being scared about that. And I also understand what each one of these business owners are saying. So the last one is there anything you would like added or think that I missed? And he said, take your time, face the adversities head on, celebrate the little victories just as much as the big ones, and just appreciate the journey. 100%. This is going to be a bumpy ride if you're just starting out. I'm not mid-level in my career, but I feel like, I don't want to speak for others, but I feel like even at mid-level in my career, I'll still feel like it's a bumpy ride some days. That's not just digital marketing. That's not just social media. That's having a career that you're passionate about. That's showing up and putting in the work every single day. I do this on the side because I'm so passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about sharing my information, and I'm passionate about other business owners' voices being heard. And I'm passionate, and hopefully if I can help one person starting out and one person trying to answer this question, if this video can help you, then that's what I'm here for. I did what I wanted to do today. So buckle up. It's gonna be tough. If you're working in social media, unfortunately, you already know it changes every single day. Everything changes. I'm not saying we're above anyone. Everything changes every day. But social media, I mean, the algorithms, the way people interact, the engagements, those are always changing, and you have to stay on top of it. And so I agree. I don't know. Take your time and buckle up because it's going to be a ride. So Kara's our next one. Kara runs a photography business. She says, my name is Kara and I own and operate my wedding and elopement photography business, Kara McCurdy Photography. Her Instagram handles, she also has a Facebook page too and a website. It'll all be linked. She said, I've been in business for 2.5 years. So the first question is, what do you feel is the hardest thing about running your own business? Kara said, for me, it's all of the back end things. You start a photography business thinking, I love to make photos, but you're actually now a bookkeeper, client manager, publicist, editor, website designer, ... everything. When you own your own business, your money only moves when you do. There are days that I am tired and I still have to put in 14-hour days because if I don't, ... who will? I think she hit the nail on the head with that one. Just as I said, you got to show up and you got to grind every single day. This is your business. And if you don't support it and you don't put the work in, no one else can do that for you. They really can't. So you do become many, many things as a business owner, especially when you're starting out, or especially if you're freelance and you're not paying anyone, you're not paying employees. You wear the hat of so many different jobs to make yourself successful. And I think that's something to celebrate, but I don't think it's for the faint of heart. You got to show up every day. So her next question, is there any advice you would give other business owners and freelancers who are scared to share their political opinions on social media? Kara said, be loud. If you feel something strongly enough to believe in it, you shouldn't shy away from it. Your customers deserve to know, and they probably want to know. I'm very intentional about who I do business with, and my clients are as well. I'm a community organizer and activist, and people should know that before they invest thousands of dollars with me, because it touches all aspects of my business, you know? All of my workers get paid a living wage, which means my services are premium. I don't do any body retouching, and some people may want that. I'm not the photographer for everybody, and there are probably a lot of people who wouldn't want to work with someone as outspoken or progressive as me. I am not going to change my values for other people, and I don't know how to hold these values quietly when being silent keeps people oppressed. I admire Kara for knowing who she is and staying true to her. I think that's a very great thing to bring to people's attention is, you know, she's intentional in who she works with, and the people she works with pay a lot of money, and they know who she is, they know what she stands for, and they still support her. And I believe that is so important to include in this video. When you're trying to decide, should I post my opinion, should I not post my opinions, what do people think, will I lose customers? Kara's showing you right here. She runs a successful photography business, and people know where she stands on an issue. I think that's so important. That was so important to get that in this video for you to hear. While some of us are scared to share our opinions, or some of us were taught not to, Kara's saying, hey, I'm a community organizer. I'm an activist. People know where I stand. People work with me still. I think it was so great to get that in here, to share that with all of you as you make your informed opinions on what you're going to do with your business. So the next question, do you feel everyone is entitled to their own opinions or decisions on sharing their thoughts and beliefs on a business profile? Kara said, I think to an extent, right? Like, ... Are your views exclusionary or prevent you from providing equal services to all? Then you really have no reason to be in business at all. Are your views a part of you and your work? Be loud about it. You know, she's just saying, I'm paraphrasing for her, but she's just saying, like, be true to you. And I think that's something that all of us have said thus far in this video is, you got to be true to who you are. You know, people are going to work with you for that, or they're not going to work with you for that, but you just have to be true to who you are. Again, that last part was my words. But Kara's saying, like, your views are your views, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I get exactly what she's saying, and I hope you do as well. So the next question, is there anything you would like added or think that I missed? She said, I don't think so. I mean, I think it's important to ask businesses what their values are and ask what they're doing to create change. How are they complicit in systems of oppression, and how do they actively dismantling those systems? All the time, not just when it's easy or when everybody else is doing it. I love that last part. I believe it's important to know when people are doing things. It's important to align your beliefs with others. And I also feel like, see what people are doing when it's not being shown. See what people are doing behind the scenes. If that's something that's important to you, see who's doing it. See what they're doing. See how they're helping in the world. So Haley is our next one. She is given permission to use her name and her business name. So her business name is Haley Photography, and she's been in business since October of 2019. So how do you feel about, or what do you feel is the hardest thing about running your own business? Haley said, I would say that advertising and being from a small community, there's so many people who take pictures, so finding your tribe in quotes, that wants to support you is a bit difficult at times. I do feel like finding your tribe when you're doing your own business or freelance is really hard. If you're going to do this, if you're going to commit to this, and if you're going to believe in you, you need to find the people who are going to believe in you too and who are going to support you and back you on it. It's going to be hard. It's so hard. It's even when you truly believe in yourself and you believe in the message that you have, like there are days where it's just hard. It's harder than others, and you need that backbone. You need that support system. You need those people to help you push through it. Is there any advice you would give other business owners or freelancers who are scared to share their political opinions on social media? She said, I don't agree with sharing politics in business. I think you're putting into perspective that you have certain views and sometimes people may not agree with you, which could possibly turn them away. I've talked about it in this video. That is a scare, and that is why I'm doing this video, because some of us understand that and are scared of that. And so I think it's just important to really hear a lot of people's opinions on this. Do you feel everyone is entitled to their own opinions or decisions on sharing their thoughts and beliefs on business profiles? She said, I don't share my political views on my business accounts. I keep those accounts strictly for my clients to feel welcome and appreciated. My political standpoint has no interference with my business, so there's no need for discussion outside of business-related topics. I understand when she says, I keep those accounts strictly for clients to feel welcome and appreciated. I get that. Maybe a client doesn't agree with your opinion, and so maybe they wouldn't feel as welcomed on your account. I don't know. I'm just looking at all the, options here maybe. So I get what she's saying. I do understand, as I understood what the others were saying. It's just her preference. So she says, we are a free country. We have the right to think, feel, speak any way we want. And just because someone doesn't agree with you doesn't mean that they shouldn't support you or your business because of it. I think we're entitled to share what we want on our own business accounts because after all, they are our businesses. I get that. I do. You're allowed to be a business owner. You're allowed to run it exactly how you see fit. If you want my personal opinion, no one can tell me how to run my business. I don't want to tell another business owner how to run theirs because at the end of the day, they're two different businesses. So I do agree with her and I'm just saying I do understand where she's coming from on that one. So is there anything you would like added or you think I missed? She said, speaking from the standpoint of an onlooker, I would never not shop or buy a product from someone just because they have a different political view from me. When I go to a store, I don't look up if they're Democrat or Republican. I shop there because they have what I need. I think when it comes to a small business, sharing those views takes a big hit on your success. It's best to just leave that out of the equation. On that standpoint, I will say that when I go to any store, I don't look up their political views, but in saying that, there's also some people who might. I'm not here to tell you if that's right or wrong. That is who you are. That's your prerogative. That's what you do. I made this video to ask other business owners what they think about sharing politics on social media. And I picked from a wide panel of people in different industries and from different places with different backgrounds. I feel like all of their answers are important. I feel like all of them bring value to this topic. I hope you do too. I hope this video maybe helped at least one of you to decide if you're still back and forth on any topic. We don't have to just discuss what's going on in the world right now. This is for forever, for always. Making a decision if you should post on these things. If If you were like me and when you were in school, you were taught you didn't do this, I do agree times are changing. Social media is always evolving. That's not really an opinion. That's a fact. That's how it is. Social media is always evolving, whether it's a new platform or a new way an existing platform works or a new way people are using it or speaking out on it. It's so important. If you want to know my answers to these questions, I'm still trying to figure them out. I really still am trying to figure it out. I don't know that I have an answer for you. My being true to me and true to my brand means being honest and real. And to be honest and real with you, I have to tell you, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. And even if I felt strongly on either side of this, I still would have asked other business owners, because you may feel differently from how I do, and that's okay. You are running your business. I can't tell you how to do that. As I believe it's Marcus said, there's no manual for this. It's hard to say to you, do how you feel and don't worry if, you don't have customers, or don't worry if people stop purchasing your products or following you. To be real with you, that's really hard to say. That's really scary as a business owner to even think of, to realize. But in saying that, I do believe you just have to be true to you. So, if you feel strongly about a subject and you feel that you have something to say and you need to get it out, do it. That's why I made this video, because I felt so strongly about hopefully reaching someone who's struggling so hard, whether you just started out and graduated or in social media, whether you're in an internship, whether you're mid-career and you just started running the social media pages. I felt this was really important to get out, and every person I talked to thought this was a good idea and something that they also struggled with. So, I don't know. I don't have a yes or no answer, because I don't believe there's a yes or no answer to this. I just hope that what these other business owners provided you, and hopefully, my comments, help you a little bit. Have a good day.